who loved us. The book of James says, don't think that the fiery trial is something strange. It's training, it's preparation. It's getting us ready for something more, for something better. In 1 Corinthians chapter 15, it says that in Christ Jesus we are victorious. I remember when my oldest daughter, sometimes she leads the worship jail. You guys are so kind to her. I remember when she was just a cute little kid with curly hair, and we got her doing karate. Hi-ya. Oh, she was a great karate student. When they're 5, 6 years old, and they wear the pajama-like uniforms. And she was going to go to her first tournament. She saw all the shiny trophies and all the medals. And she said, Daddy, I really want one of those medals. I said, you're going to have to earn it today, kid. And so there was a sparring competition. And Kia, Kia. And she got in there and point. She ended up losing. Wah, wah, wah. And they see all the other kids getting the medals, and her big bottom lip is quivering, and those big tears are starting to roll down. I didn't get one, Dad. I really wanted one. Well, I know, kid, but there's another event. You can do your kata, which is kind of like the punches and kicks by yourself, and the refs watch it. And I observed the board, and I realized there's only 2 other kids in the kata, and there's 3 trophies. So just do that, and you'll win. And then they had a weapons counter. I said, kid, why don't you do that too? And he said, I don't want to. I already lost. I'm so embarrassed. I'll never win. I'll never get a medal. I said, no. Trust me. If you do your best, who knows? Maybe you'll win. But she was going to win for sure. Even though 2 and then there's 3. I knew what to do. And with tears in her eyes, she got out there so nervous. And Kia. And everybody started clapping. Cute kid, black curly hair. And everybody's smiling at her. Her countenance kind of changed. They gave her the gold medal. She's like, I won. And then I just put like the batons in her hands, and she did the same thing for the weapons counter. And she won again. I knew if she just tried, it was automatic she was going to win. What if God told you that? What if God said, hey, if you don't quit, if you hang in there, you're going to win? Hey, if you don't forsake me, I won't forsake you. Hey, if you stand your ground, if you can endure, in John chapter 3, but whosoever has faith. And that's what God is looking for. He's looking for it. Look at Luke chapter 18. Will the Son of Man find? He's looking for faith. In Luke chapter 19, verse 10, I came to seek. He's hunting for something. He's hunting for faith. Genesis chapter 3, Adam, where are you? I'm looking for you. When I was in college, every time my roommate would go to class in the morning, man, he would empty out one of those gel containers and put it on his hair. He was so slick, and it was by noontime, it was so crusty. Remember when that was the big style? He'd slick it up and wave it, and then he'd baptize himself in cologne. Man, he smelled strong, I guess you would say. And he'd button his shirt, and he'd press his pants, and he'd clean up his shoes. And I said, Billy, where are you going? He goes, hey, I'm just going to class. I go, why you look so good, man? Why you smell so nice? I might meet her today. Single guys are like that. I might meet her today. And he'd be getting ready for lunchtime, and he'd be sprucing up, adding some gel to that crusty hair, and he'd be getting this banaka out. I said, man, you got a date? He goes, no, but who knows? I might meet her today. He'd go to a coffee shop looking like $1 million. Everywhere he went, he looked like the best he could possibly, because he was looking. He was seeking.